Good morning, everyone. Today is day 9. Fear not. I am not feeling good this morning. I just woke up and you know how you just, I feel a sickness coming on. And for some reason, I think that this scarf is going to make the sickness go away. It's like, it's going to make my throat not hurt, right? I don't know. Making me feel better. Anyway, welcome to day 9 of Fear Not. We talked on Monday. I gave you 2 scriptures that I wanted you to work on memorizing. We're gonna go. Let's go back to that scripture. I hope you had a chance to memorize 2 Timothy 1 and 17. 2 Timothy 1 and 17 says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. And so on Monday we talked a little bit about God didn't give us fear. What did He give us? He gave us power, and power is that ability to kind of be strong and to see a tough and difficult situation, but to walk through it anyway, to walk up through it with a powerful and an aggressive spirit, and to kind of get through that situation, right? Thank God for power. So He's given us that, but He's also given us love and a sound mind. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but He's given us power, love, and a sound mind. So today let's talk about love and how that relates to fear. There's a quote that goes around, and Oprah Winfrey says it sometimes. I'm not sure if she's the person who originated the quote, but they say that there's only two emotions in the world. There's love and there's fear. Nothing else. Everything else that you do comes from either love or fear. And I think I could agree with that. I think that relates a little bit to our scripture this morning. Because when we're afraid, we act out negative kind of things, anger and negative emotions. And when we love, we act out patience and kindness and those kind of things. So I guess I could agree with 2 emotions in the world, love or fear. But as we talk about our scripture today, it makes me think of I cannot talk about love. Cannot talk about love without talking about Corinthians, the love chapter, right? What is it? 1 Corinthians 13, the love chapter. It tells us what love is. And love can be a feeling, but not really. Love is an action. Love is an action. And as Christians, it is our duty to walk in love. It's the greatest commandment, to love God with all your heart, your mind, and your soul, and to love others just as much as you love yourself. That's the greatest commandment. Jesus said it in Matthew. So let's look at what love is. It says love is patient. Love is, this is 1 Corinthians 13 and 4. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Just read from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. So all those things as it relates to loving others. Important, most important thing we can do as a Christian is to love other people. God said it. Love Him, love other people. Okay. But if we're someone who's kind of fearful or walking in fear or scared about taking a new risk in your life or just doing something that maybe God called you to do and you're trapped in that fear, some of that reason why you might be trapped is because you're not loving yourself. Important to love others. Absolutely important. Also important to love yourself. So as we look back into the scripture and we see, we talk about what love is, let's relate that to a personal thing, about how you feel about you. Love is patient. Are you patient with yourself? If you're trying something new or doing something different, or just on this road of life, because we're made from dust, we make mistakes. We make mistakes every single day. Are you patient with yourself? If you're doing something new and it doesn't work out, okay, I tried that, it didn't work, it's okay, I'm going to try it again. Are you patient with yourself? Love is kind. Are you kind to yourself? We all have these things. I know I do. We play these things that we say to ourselves in our head, these kind of mental scripts. And sometimes they're negative. And sometimes they're like, you look in the mirror and I'm like, I have a big nose, I have a big forehead, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that. Or in regards to things in our life, I'm not smart, I can't do it, everybody's smarter than me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we have those things they happen to the best of us from time to time. But how do we fight against that? And that's why that's why it's so important for me to like memorize scripture, because when those negative things start coming in your mind, you can fight them back. When you start hearing those negative thoughts in your mind, you can say, no, 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 no. God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. But you got to have that memorized. So that you can fight those kind of negative scripts that we all play in our head. So love is kind to yourself. Love does not envy. The love does not envy. So it's hard if you're fearful, you become envious because you're so scared about what you don't have, or what you don't think you can have, or what you don't think you can achieve, that you start looking at her. Look at her. Why she got that? Why they got that? How come they could sing? How come they're so smart? How come they're so pretty? Envious. Okay, and what we know is God has given each and every one of us a gift. Says it, I believe it's Corinthians. We all come together, we all fit together as one, all having different gifts. Your gift is not going to be the same as somebody else's, at least not exactly the same. So if you haven't found out what your gift is, there's tons of like spiritual gift surveys and stuff like that out there. But I think you know, because you know what you're good at. You know what gives you joy when you do it. You know it's something that you do that comes just super easily to you. You enjoy doing it. You're good at it. It comes easy to you. Those will kind of lead you in the path of what your gift is. So you can't be envious of other people's gifts, because God has given each and every one of us a gift. Love does not dishonor others. It's not self-seeker. It's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. So as we're walking through, sometimes we can be so fearful of things that we're not going to be able to have, or not going to be able to get, or just fearful of things, difficult circumstances that are going on in our lives, and we feel like those difficult circumstances are going to kind of like overtake us. So we're walking around in that fear, and it comes out as anger. It comes out as somebody cuts you off and you ready to stick up your middle finger. Somebody look at you the wrong way and you ready to cuss them out. But what that is that's kind of like that fear that you're walking around with, right? Because fear is a negative emotion, and so when you have that negative emotion of fear, it comes out, whatever's in your heart comes out of your mouth. So trying to, and not even trying, because we can do nothing on our own, but knowing that God did not give us that spirit of fear. He gave us love and power and a sound mind. So today let's focus on love. Let's focus on loving others and loving ourselves. Loving others and loving ourselves. So the memory verse for today, 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Have a wonderful day. Love y'all. Be blessed.